This has to be one of the most impressive places I think I've ever toured because this crazy place takes up the entire floor of the building. From this balcony, you can see down 96th Street. And from over there, we can come out here to this, which is really more of like a terrace than a balcony. There's also 3 baths. You just pull this open, here you go. And I think this bathroom has a better view than most apartments. You can also use this thing to clean yourself like an astronaut. This is great. We're at 96th Street and the escalators are out. Man, other than this minor inconvenience, this is super convenient because the apartment is really close to this train. In fact, this says that the building is 150 feet away, I guess over here. This is it. It's this really cool looking tower. And as far as neighborhoods go, this one is actually pretty good. There's a lot of little stores around here. Behind me, we have the local Irish restaurant. Then over here, we have a little smoothie place. And we have this little cafe. I've never not seen people here, but it is freezing cold out today, and it looks like everyone's inside. I've actually heard that this is one of the best pizza places you could possibly visit. And look at that, their recent Yelp reviews are high. I'd go inside and try it, but it's closed. The restaurant next door is closed. The bagel cafe, though, this is probably open, but I've seen enough bagels for one lifetime. I am from Massachusetts after all. Then over here, we got a Chinese place, and look at that, there's even a dog place over there. I think it's like a grooming spot. I guess if Fluffy isn't fluffy enough for you, bring her in there. This place, the District, it's popular. Right here is 3rd Avenue. There's even more to do over here. Over here, we got ourselves a little thrift shop. You can get some haunted figurines for your apartment and a whole bunch of other haunted stuff if that's what you're into. Next to that, we got a grill and another pizzeria over here. Cool little neighborhood. Let's head inside and see what should be a cool apartment. This has to be one of the most impressive places I think I've ever toured. From this balcony, you can see down 96th Street. And from over there, we can come out here to this, which is really more of like a terrace than a balcony. Similar view. But check this out, we can see the river. Boy, you're gonna get a lot of sunlight pretty much all the time since we're facing east. And because this crazy place takes up the entire floor of the building. But just check out the southern facing view from this 3rd terrace or balcony, if you want to call it. Look at that. And you know something? Even just one of these would have been really cool, but here we've got 3 of them, and that's actually 3 more terraces than my apartment has. There's also 3 baths. Look at this one. It's a full-size bath, and that's the shower. You just pull this open, here you go, and I think this bathroom has a better view than most apartments. You can also use this thing to clean yourself like an astronaut. The only thing I'm not 100% in love with is the price. This one is $3.95 million, and there's another one with 2 balconies instead of 3 for $3.795 million. Oh, cool. Very similar, but also maybe it's kind of different. I can't really tell. So that's the balcony we were just at. This unit doesn't have one, but it does have the other guy over here. But would you feel bad if you ended up with either of these? I probably wouldn't. Both are also for rent, so if you want to rent either of these places or if you want to buy them, I'll have the leasing/selling team's info in the video description. I think they'd prefer it if you bought it though. Super cool looking lobby. There's also a full-time doorman. It feels like a boutique type residence. That's good. Now what's cool is there's only one apartment on this floor, and that's the one that we're checking out. If you get something on one of the other floors, there's a maximum of 3 units on those other ones, but here it's just us. Ooh, I like like it. It's small, but you can see a lot. So over that way is Roosevelt Island. And then this is southern Manhattan. That's what we're looking at right now. Again, we're in the Upper East Side. But this is nice. There's lots of furniture out here. There's a table so you can eat outside. And if you want to make food right here, there is a grill. Apparently, this glass building is a private school or something. If you have a person in your family that attends Charles Xavier's School for the Gifted, you can keep an eye on them. Ooh, okay, this is the gym. Now there are some treadmills, there's also some machines, but even though this is nice, you could have friends or other residents out here living it up, distracting you. This out here is the second courtyard, so it looks like we've got two different outdoor spaces, and this one's really interesting. This whole space is completely enclosed. If you look up, it's all surrounding buildings, so there's no street noise. And if you're having fun, you should subscribe. Right there, that's where we came in. Next to the front door is this really cool bathroom that we glanced at earlier. Opposite that, we've got the first private outdoor space, and then we've got this dining table. This is an 8-person table, but I feel like you could stretch it out a little bit. Maybe you don't want to go past that column because that, again, is how you're gonna get outside. But can you imagine eating all of your meals with that view? You would never be distracted by your smartphone ever again. Just spend $4 million to cure yourself of smartphone addiction. That's a tip right there. And your friends would know how successful you are. The rest of the living room here is hard to argue with. From the windows to the wall, 23 feet 3 inches by 24 feet 8 inches. Look at that. If you feel the need to have a television, I think right there's the perfect spot for it. And you're definitely gonna wanna go with a wall mount because the goal here should be to keep everything looking really clean. Apparently there's another section of the roof which is private just for this penthouse. It's on the other side, you need a special key. Now everything that we're standing on right now is private for that apartment. So you could come out here, you could grow your own vegetables, you could have band practice, you could admire the view. It is up to you. And now that we've seen this, I don't know what business you would have on the shared roof deck because I think this is actually larger. I love this kitchen. Also, we've got laundry down this hallway. It's not in the kitchen, which is good, but it is in the apartment. The fridge is phenomenal. Look at this. It's one of those double fridges, so it's actually 2 refrigerators and 2 freezers. But as you can see, they put a couple of extra little pantries or shelves up in there, so they're not wasting any of the space in what is a big apartment. Oven is super nice. The range looks good. This is an expensive brand. These right here are also really, really useful cabinets and stuff. And again, I'm just kind of blown away. Like, this is more kitchen than I think most people know how to cook with. And there's so much counter space here. It looks like it's designed to feed a small army. And if your army needs a snack, look at that. There's even another cabinet right over here. All right, let's talk bedrooms. There's 3 of them. This one's probably the best. Check this out, 14 feet 9 inches by 13 feet. And we've got that phenomenal southern view with direct access out here to this terrace. The morning sunlight can be your alarm clock. Speaking of sleeping, I think anything less than a king bed in here. I almost said queen. Anything less than a king would be an insult. Now, just off the side, there's this other little room. I'm gonna guess that this is your closet. Have you ever seen a closet with a view? Or a floor-to-ceiling window, for that matter? This might be the best closet anywhere in New York City. And I think this might also be one of the nicest bathrooms in New York City. You've got the dual sink. You've also got the fancy schmancy tub all by itself. A tub like that would make a bath person out of just about anybody, but in case it doesn't, I've also got a standing shower in here as well, which also has the astronaut wand and the traditional shower head if you're boring. There's also lots of storage beneath the sinks. These mirrors light up. That's kind of cool. Very, very nice. These other bedrooms, these aren't too bad either. They've all got this same really good view. And this room also has a door attached, so we have access to the terrace as well. Dimensions on this guy, 10 feet by 15 feet 7 inches. Up to a queen, no problem. And check this out, there are plenty of closets. We got these stand-ins. They're They're not walk-ins, but there's a couple of shelves, a couple of spots to hang stuff up. Definitely super useful. Plus, if you wanted to move these against this other wall, you'd totally be able to. There's also even more storage out here next to where the laundry is. These look super similar, and right around the corner, we've got the third bedroom, also super nice, super sunny. Dimensions, 15 feet 7 inches by 10 feet 6 inches. The only real difference between this room and this room is that this third room only has windows. There's no patio access, but I mean, it still looks fine to me. This is the third and final bath. It is also a full bath. This one we've got a tub. All the finishes in here look like what we saw in the other bathrooms. And I like how this one also has a tub and is next to these two rooms. There's a lot of places in New York City, especially Manhattan, that cost millions of dollars. But something like this that's big and has a really big view, that is hard to find. Plus, don't forget, you've got the 3 outdoor spaces. If you want to learn more about this awesome place, check out the video description. Then you should pick something else here or here, and I will see you in the next video.